So I'm here with Mike, who's the lighting designer for The Father. Mike, can you tell us a bit about what your inspiration was behind the design for the lighting?
Well, sure. Essentially, it's divided into two things. It's divided into pre-the fire in the play and after the fire, obviously. So before the fire, it's very much about containment of light and how it radiates from within. There's a famous painting called Experiment with a Bird in an Air Jar, I think, by Joseph Wright of Derby, and where the light kind of radiates from the centre of the picture. Also like the works of Fragonard, the painter. So it should look like it sort of glows kind of from within to begin with, to show the whole containment of how they live and how exterior influences and the outside world doesn't really penetrate this little microcosm that they live in. And then after the fire, where this sort of sense of permanence about structures of walls and roofs and things have gone, that the light then comes in at all sorts of angles, and each one exposes them to the outside world and to other lines of thinking, which is a direct counterpoint to this containment, isolation and sort of heavy loneliness and claustrophobia that they've been used to leading up to the events of that.
And we're in the middle of tech rehearsals at the moment. So have you had any kind of problems or complications going on so far?
No, not at all. It's been absolutely brilliant. And the thing about lighting always is that you can do the same thing twice. You can do it in two different theatres with the same light, and but the effect of it every time is different. How something looks, even though it's the same light and the same colour, pointing in a similar sort of position. The genius and the alchemy of lighting is how it cuts together in the moment in front of you. So in fact, the pleasure really is to explore the palette that we've used, and predictably that one can do some very sort of tricksy and very kind of detailed stuff. But even in your head as you're drawing it and designing it, you know it's kind of backup fodder and very unlikely to be used, because generally the secret of good dramatic lighting is in its simplicity and its honesty rather than its sort of tricksiness, you know?
Great. So what have you still got left to do in terms of rehearsals now?
Well, I think the major point now is, having created the pictures, is now to flip through them as a sequence of pictures, so turn the pictures into a movie, if you like, and then see the arc of it as a show. Any one individual picture might be sort of pretty and pleasing, but we work at things whilst in sequence, but not run at time or at speed. So actually, the secret now is to see how something flows and what the actual arc of that is in terms of a dramatic entertainment.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
Pleasure.